Dear students, in this online class, we are going to learn the last concept in this chapter, that is starting a business basic factors. That means when a businessman going to start a new business, before going to start a new business, he should go through these following factors, because the modern business world where competition is very tough and risks are high. That is the reason why starting a new business is not an easy task to any entrepreneur. So that is the reason why an entrepreneur should think the prosperity about the business, the scope for the business, the opportunity for the business, the technology factor, right? The market factor, competition factor, the various aspects about which a businessman should study before going to enter into the enter into the business. That is the reason why here some of the factors have been given, and these factors are studied by the owner of the business before going to start a new business. Question comes, what are these factors on which an entrepreneur should concentrate? First factor, that is selection of a line of business. This is the first factor. According to this factor, according to this decision, the businessman should think and should decide about the line of business which he is going to start. Whether that kind of business is having customers in the market, is there any prosperity in future, these are going to be studied by the businessman. So about that, the businessman should have knowledge and ideas. That means the type of product which he would like to produce and sell in the market. About that, businessman should have knowledge about customers, then knowledge about technology, and these are going to be very important before going to select the particular line of business. That means which kind of business he is going to start. About that, businessman should have proper knowledge about product, service, market, technology in which he is going to deal. That is the first factor. Then the second factor, size of the firm. Size of the firm means what? The area of the operation of the business organization. That means business should carried on in a large scale, or business should carried on in a small scale. This is once again depend upon the resources which are owned by the business man. So if the resources are more, at the same time if there is an opportunity to sell more goods and services, and if there is an opportunity to earn more profit, at the same time business if it has more managerial skills, then can go for a large scale operation. If the resources are not up to the mark, if there is a less investment, then if no advanced skills of management techniques of the business, then what is that, business can go for operating in a small scale. That is what about the size of the firm. That means the scale or the area in which business is going to operate. Then next one, the choice of form of ownership. So in the second chapter, you would come to know there are different forms of business organization. This is going to be classified on the basis of, that means the ownership of business is going to be classified on the basis of investment and control, investment and responsibility. So in the second chapter we are going to take study about all these things, but to the possible extent, to the extent of this point, the different types of organizations are there on the basis of ownership, like a sole trading concern where only single owner, then Hindu undivided families are there, then partnership business organizations are there, next cooperative societies are there, joint stock companies are there, multinational companies are there. That means these are what the different forms of business organization. So which type of ownership business should carry it? This is what again depend upon the investment ability, then management ability. All these are what the factors which are going to determining to select which kind of form of business should be select. So again this is going to be the choice of the owner. So according to his will and wish, he can select either sole trading concern or partnership business or joint stock companies or cooperative societies. So these are what different forms of business organization. Any one form of business organization can be start. So here some points have been considered. Capital requirement is also there, liability is also one factor, then division of profit is also one factor, then the different laws which are going to be applicable. So in case of partnership business, the partnership act is applicable, joint stock company law is going to applicable 1956. So these are what different aspects are going to be considered while we are going to select form of one business organization. That means either sole trading concern, partnership business, joint Hindu family business, or cooperative societies, like that. Next, location of business enterprise. So location of business enterprise means it is a place where a business organization is going to be situated. So it is very important. So again this decision is made by the businessman on the basis of what the cost and benefit. So the place where business organization should be situated, wherein all the required resources must be available at a reasonable price. So in that particular place, business should be established. That means where business established, from that place to market there must be less distance. If the distance is less, we can cover the distance with less span of time. We are made available goods to the market on time. So what I want to tell you here is that if the distance is less, we can reach the customers in a less span of time. At the same time, we can also curb cost of transportation. So this is what about the location factor. So here some points are going to be considered. Availability of raw materials and labor, power supply, and other services like banking service, transportation, warehousing. All these are what important factors which are very essential for smooth conducting of business activities. So where these factors are available near to all these factors, business organization should be established, because in that area all these factors should be available at a reasonable price. That is what about location of a business enterprise. Next one, financing the proposition. So money plays a significant role in the business. Money is considered, or finance is considered as a lifeblood to the business. For our survival purpose, our body needs water, blood. So if the blood circulation is properly taken place, now no doubt we people are being very healthy. Similarly, if the money is circulating properly in the organization, no doubt the activities of organizations are going very smoothly. That means purchase of raw material, production of raw material, payment of wages, payment of salary, all the activities are going in a smooth manner. That means if there is a consistency of inflow of cash and outflow of cash, no doubt business is running in a very smooth manner. That is the reason why it is very important to estimate the required amount of capital which is going to be invested in the business. So businessman has to calculate what is the required amount of capital, how much is going to be invested in long term, that is technically called as what, fixed capital. Then how much amount is going to be invested for a shorter period of time, that is what, short capital. That means long term capital is there and short term capital is there. So in case of long term capital, huge amount of money is going to be invested in some of the fixed assets. You studied fixed assets in accountancy, right? Fixed assets are those assets which are held in the business for more than 1 year. These fixed assets usually like land, building, machinery, furnitures, purchase of computer, for which huge amount of money is going to be invested by the business organization. Sometimes cross together investment is necessary. At the same time, some of the assets which are going to be purchased by the business organization for a period of 1 year. That means up to 1 year, that investment is very essential. So the reason, like the purpose, like holding up more inventory means the stock of raw material or semi-finished product, right? Then debtors, even for day to day, whatever expenses are going to meet out by the business organization, for all these factors, money is going to be utilizing. That is the reason why the question comes, how to raise this required amount of money, where the source is there through which fund can be raised. That means the raising of money, on the other hand application of money, this is what we are going to consider as what, financing the proposition. Here some of the factors you consider here: the requirement of capital, source from which capital will be raised. So long term, short term, medium source are there. So these we are going to be, you studied sources of business finance, separate chapter is there. So in case of large scale organization means company can go for raising share capital from the stock market, can go for issuing of debentures, then can avail loan from banks, then American depositories are there, global depositories are there. That means various sources are there, right? That is what about here. Then the best way of utilizing capital in the firm, that means the fund should not be wasted. So optimum utilization of finance, amount should not be waste. Whatever amount is utilized by the business organization, it should be productive, and the idle should not be taken place here. Then physical facilities. So what are these? So availability of physical facilities including machinery, equipments, building and other supportive services. These are very important factors for starting a business. That means some of the physical assets are very essential. So without these physical assets, business cannot be conducted. So machinery, furniture, right, stock of goods, right, these are very essential. So without these, business cannot be conducted. So that is what about physical facilities, physical resources, money, machinery, like that. Next, plant layout. So plant layout means the physical arrangement of machines and equipments needed to manufacture a product. So if a businessman going to start a production industry or manufacturing industry, at that point of time, all the required machineries, required tools, and equipments must be arranged in a sequential manner. So, not in a descending order. There must be an ascending order. That means once the work started, all the required resources must be available at one particular place so that we can avoid unnecessary movement of employees in the organization, so that we can minimize the wastage of time and we can enhance the production. So that is what about plant layout. Next, competent and committed workforce. This is very important. So the success of an organization is depend upon employees, staff. So because of their efforts, their commitment, organization is able to produce quality of output. It is very important from organization point of view to have the quality employees. That means the efficient and competent people who are supposed to perform for a better way, or the way in which organization is expected from those people. So the efficient people are very essential to perform the activities of the organization. At the same time, committed workforce, that means the dedicated people are also very essential. So it is the responsibility of the management to guide the employees, to direct them, to motivate them, so that organization is able to produce the quality of goods and services. That is what about the ninth factor, commitment and committed workforce. Next, coming up, tax planning. So this is also an important factor should be considered by the business person before going to start a business. So the any tax benefits are there or any tax holidays are there, right? So if those opportunities are there, then business should encash it. So especially in case of SEZ, special economic zone, FDZ, free trade zone. So where if the business started production of goods and services, for initial some years, there will be the some tax relief to the organization, that we can call it as what, tax holiday. So if those possibilities are there, those should be converted by the business organization for its better survival. Next, launching the enterprise. That means if the from 1 to 9 factors are in favor of the business, no doubt the businessman feels very happy, then he can go for launching the product or service. That means after the decisions relating to the above mentioned factors have been taken, the entrepreneur, then he can go for launching the enterprise, which would mean mobilizing various resources and fulfilling necessary legal formalities, starting the production process and initiating the sales promotion campaign. So these are the factors which are going to be considered by a a businessman or an entrepreneur before going to start a new business. So these are what factors to be considered before going to start a business. Thank you.